Hi, this is Alex Clark, dealer at Clark Chevrolet in the heart of downtown McAllen, and we're here today to talk about one of my favorite subjects, Corvettes. We are here today with two 2026 Stingrays and the brand new 2027 Grand Sport. There's been a lot of questions on the internet about the new Grand Sport and in addition to that, the new LS6 engine. And we wanted to have an opportunity to talk about that engine, to kind of hear it out and see some of the differences between it and the outgoing LT2 engine. We have a fantastic opportunity to do that here today because we have the LT2 without performance exhaust, LT2 with performance exhaust, and the LS6 with the performance exhaust that comes on all of the new 2027 Corvettes, as well as the quad stack exhaust. So you're going to get to hear the new and the old and get to compare for yourself. In addition to that, we'll talk about some of the features of these vehicles and what we did to make these special. Come on down. So this is the 2026 Corvette Stingray Coupe 1LT. This is in the red mist metallic tint coat. You have the magnetic selective ride control, helps you dial in whether you want more of a track kind of drive or more of a comfortable kind of ride. The magnetic selective ride control is kind of state-of-the-art technology. Corvette's famous for their implementation of this technology over the last 20 years. You also have the carbon flash painted high wing spoiler. This is the big wing. If you're like me, if you're a Civic Type R guy, if you're not afraid of the wing, if you embrace your inner cool fast guy, this is the one you want. I think it looks fantastic on this car. We also have the black painted forged aluminum wheels with black lug nuts and black wheel locks. On vehicles where we're kind of setting up to be a proper track car, sometimes we'll do the black wheels with the silver lug nuts and locks. On this one, we went black on black because our vision for this car is more of a street car. But you know, if we're going to be something, you're going to be actually changing the wheels out pretty regularly. Let's say between your track tires and your street tires, we'll sometimes leave those silver. On this one, we went black on black. This is a street car that looks great, has a little bit of performance bonus, and also looks very distinctive. This doesn't look like every other Stingray you're going to see on the downtown McAllen, right? And so this is a fantastic vehicle. We built it out, standard price $70,000, $5,750 in options, plus dock fee, tax, title, and license. Destination, all the normal stuff. This comes out to be a vehicle that's MSRPing with accessories at $75,750. That's a great value for the kind of performance you're getting. 495 horsepower, a car that sounds great, looks great, super reliable, can get worked on at Chevrolet dealerships if you're traveling. There's always somewhere you can get parts, service, anything you need. And it does it while still getting 25 miles a gallon on the highway, which is pretty cool. So we are inside the 2026 Stingray with the outgoing LT2 engine without performance exhaust. So this is the classic Stingray you're used to. This has been the norm since 2020 when these came out. And let's just get a sound, let's hear what it feels like. It's a nice cold start, sounds great. As you know, unfortunately, there's the rev limiters. But even only revving up to 4,000 sounds great. So this is the classic Stingray you've come to know and love in the C8 generation. And let's see what it sounds like compared to its twin over there with the performance exhaust. Now we are looking at the black 1LT Stingray Coupe. This guy comes with also with a magnetic selective ride control. So again, you have the ability to dial in what kind of suspension do you want. Do you want the more tight race car feeling, or do you want the more luxurious going over potholes and other stuff on the highway? You can kind of pick what you want to have on that experience, which is very fun. We also have, as you heard, the performance exhaust, which is fantastic, gives you an extra 5 horsepower. And in addition to that, it sounds amazing. So if you want a Stingray, if you don't need the huge wheels and the huge tires, if you want wheels and tires that are easier to get in and out of, more affordable, but you still want a car that has like some of those nice features that make it more performance oriented. You had the performance exhaust, you had the magnetic suspension, and we really kind of set this up to be not quite a Z52, but an almost Z52 while still keeping the price very approachable. We also have the 5-split spoke satin graphite forged edged aluminum wheels. We also have the black exhaust tips, black lug nuts, carbon flash center caps with cross flags, and black wheel locks. So again, we tried to make sure this was like a nice cohesive blackout package. We wanted the vehicle to look distinctive. We wanted it to sound distinctive. We didn't want this just to be a base Stingray. We wanted to have some features that we thought the customers would like, but also still be kind of like interesting in its own thing and kind of this like midpoint between a base 1LT and let's say like a fully loaded, you know, Z52 with Z51 with 3LZ package or something like that. Okay, now here we are inside of the 2026 Stingray C8 Corvette with performance exhaust. So let's see what kind of difference this LT2 paired with performance exhaust gets versus the previous one without. Now, one of the things this will also give you is an additional 5 horsepower. So let's see what those 5 horses sound like with a cold start. That's pretty nice. Let's give it some revs. That's perfect. All right. Well, I think I could detect a noticeable difference. It went from amazing to excellent. And so, you know, for me, the performance exhaust is a fantastic option. Adds a little bit of excitement to the engine. Now let's take a look and see what it sounds like on the new Grand Sport for the LS6. And here we have the 2027 Corvette Grand Sport Coupe 1LT. So for those of you who don't know, the way it works when you're building cars at a car dealership, me and my general sales manager will sit down, we'll kind of come up with a plan, we'll look at historicals, what kind of setups have sold in the past, how quickly did they move, you know, things like that. And when we had the opportunity to build this new Grand Sport, this is the first Grand Sport we've been allocated, when we had the opportunity to build this, we basically built like 5 or 6, and then the system picks which one you're gonna get. So, you know, you're kind of like, it's when you see like the little candy arm coming down, it's picking up the toy from the machine at, you know, Mr. Fun's or something, you're wondering, wow, what am I gonna get? What's gonna be in here? And this one is one of the interesting ones. So the way we kind of like came up with this one is we thought, hey, what would someone be looking for a Grand Sport that doesn't have a bunch of crazy markups, doesn't have a bunch of madness, is just a fantastic, sporty performance Grand Sport that looks great and has some little things to differentiate it, make it look cool, but we're not doing like getting into like Z06 money with this car either, right? So this one comes with the Z52 Sport Performance Package. Now you have the Sport Package and the Track Package. The Sport Package is more oriented around, you know, like a street car that can also track versus just a dedicated track car that is lovely around a track, but maybe not so pleasant to live with, you know, day in and day out. This has the high performance tires, the Brembo performance brakes, and the performance traction management. It also has the center quad exhaust system. Now I'll be real with you, every single car we built had the center quad exhaust because I really wanted to see what it sounded like with the new LS6 engine. And we're lucky enough that, you know, we got allocated one despite me making that decision, and so happy about that. It's got the 10-spoke gloss black forged aluminum wheels, red mist metallic tint coat. We have the edge red painted calipers. We got torch red seat belts, black lug nuts. We have the Grand Sport accessory center cap. In case you somehow get confused and don't know what Corvette you're looking at, you can see right there in the wheels. This is the Grand Sport. And we have the black wheel locks. So we basically set this vehicle up to look really, really sharp, to have the Z52 performance package, to have that quad exhaust, and then just have a couple little, you know, visually distinct things to make it stand out. So this is a car, it's got that beautiful same wide body as the Z06. It's got the new fantastic LS6 engine with all that extra power and that extra sound and drama. You've got the quad exhaust, and then just a couple little things to help it stand out from the crowd. So if you want a Grand Sport that does not have a bunch of crazy markups, that looks fantastic and has everything you need and nothing you don't, that's how we built this guy. So the standard vehicle price is $8,600. We added about $9,650 of options. So, you know, that comes out to about $97 and change, plus tax, title, license, destination, dock fees, all the normal things. And so you're getting, even with everything all in, a vehicle that's under $100,000 and sounds amazing, looks amazing, is different, but it's also not just like jam full of stuff that maybe you don't need, that most of our customers aren't, you know, going to be looking for, right? Because to me, one of the core elements of the Corvette is value. You're supposed to get a lot of car for a reasonable price, and that's how we built this one, and I think it stands out on all those features. Okay, so here we are inside of the brand new LT1 Grand Sport. So this is the new LS6 engine, so you get an additional nearly 50 horsepower, kind of depending on whether or not you get the performance exhaust on the Stingray. And what you get with these is you get that Z06 wide body, you get a lot of new tracking options, but to me, most exciting of all is you get the new LS6 engine. So with that, let's go ahead and turn it on and let's see what it sounds like with the quad stack exhaust. Remember, that's an option that you used to only be able to get on the Z06. You can now order the Grand Sport with the split 2 and 2 exhaust that the Stingray has always had, or on the C8 generation, or you can get the quad stack like this one. So we have performance management like on all new LS6 engine Corvettes starting with 2027 model year, and we also have the quad stack. So let's see what that sounds like compared to the other two. Yep. That's lovely. Let's rev it a little bit. So to me, here in the vehicle, there's a significant difference between the new LS6, the LT2. The LT2 sounds amazing. The LS6 is just more of what you love, a little bit deeper tone, a little bit louder, a little more of that burble effect. One of the things I like about both the Grand Sport and the Stingray is they stick to that kind of like classic deep, low muscle car sound. You know, the Z06 has that more high revving noise, you know, that more kind of supercar sound. But for a lot of us, we're muscle car guys, we like that deep rumble. And I'm here to tell you, the LS6 and the Grand Sport keeps that lovely tone, and it just makes everything you liked in the Stingray even better. So please come down to Clark Chevrolet, check it out. We have a fantastic selection. We got 01s in stock. We've got Z06s, we've got Stingrays, and we got Grand Sport. Come take a look, come deal with people that care, and be part of the family. Somos Familia, Clark Chevrolet.